Futaro Uesugi is living his dream. He has quintuplets romantically interested in him, but which one does he picks? Hi guys and welcome back to AniCap Explained. Today we'll be recapping first season of Quintessential Quintuplets, so let's begin. The episode begins with Futaro Uesugi waking up from a dream about meeting his wife. The wife's identity is still obscured at this point in the anime. Viewers are then brought back to his school days. As a student he encounters Itsuki Nakano. She notices his perfect scores on a recent test and offers her part of her lunch if he helps her study, but he refuses and leaves the table. Futaro receives a call from his sister Reiha, stating that their father found Futaro a part-time job as a tutor. He discovers that the girl he's tutoring is Itsuki. He tries to apologize during lunch, but ends up meeting her four quintuplets sisters named Ichika, Yotsuba, Miku, and Nino. He goes to the Nakano apartment and introduces himself as Itsuki's tutor, only to find out he'll be tutoring all siblings. During their first study session, Nino adds sleeping pills to Futaro's water and sends him home in a taxi. But Suki accompanies him and meets Reiha. After that, Itsuki accepts eating dinner with the Uesugi family and discovers their financial problems. The next day he challenges the sisters to take an exam. If they pass, he promises never to speak to them again. Much to the girls' dismay, they all fail the exam. Futaro realizes that they can all flunk out of high school. He reviews their answers and notices Miku answered a history question correctly and tries to confront Miku about it. He discovers Miku is an otaku for warlords and finds an effective way to teach Miku. He reveals to her that she scored the highest in the exam. He encourages her to study more because they all have subjects they can excel at. Futaro and the girls are about to begin their tutoring session, but Nino calls them all away. When she tries to stop Miku from studying, Mika gets annoyed. Nino challenges Miku to a cooking face-off on the condition that all the girls will stop learning if Nino wins. When Futaro tastes their dishes, he says both of them taste wonderful. When the day ends, Futaro realizes he left something at the Nakano apartment and returns for it. However, when he enters the apartment, he encounters a towel-clad Nino who doesn't recognize him because she isn't wearing her contacts. Luckily, Futaro rushes to protect her from falling books when she tries to look for her contacts. However, Itsuki finds them and snaps a photo. When the rest of the girls confront him, Miku defends him, and he is proven innocent after the girls examine the photo closer. Nino gets upset and says she won't accept him as their tutor. After receiving his first pay, he uses the money to take Raihan and Itsuki to an arcade to have fun and take photos together. On their way home, they run into Itsuki's sisters, who were yukatas for an upcoming festival. They invite him and his sisters to watch the fireworks with them. He agrees to go with them to the festival, and the entire group has fun together. When Futaro asks why the fireworks are so crucial to the Nakano siblings, Miku explains that watching the fireworks together has always been a Nakano tradition in their family, reminding them of their mother. When the fireworks start, only Nino and Futaro arrive at the spot they rented, so Nino sends Futaro to retrieve the girls. Futaro first sees Ichika but later loses sight of her. When he finally catches Ichika, Ichika tells him she won't be watching the fireworks with them this year. Ichika elaborates that she got a call from her acting job and won't be able to watch the fireworks with her sisters this year. Unfortunately, a man from Ichika's work finds Miku and mistakes her for Ichika. Futaro and Ichika manage to clear up the misunderstanding. Before Ichika leaves, Futaro helps her practice her lines. After practice, she leaves and wows the panel with her acting skills. When she returns, the fireworks are already over. Futaro brings Ichika to a park where her sisters are waiting for her. The sisters forgive Ichika for skipping and celebrate with a mini fireworks set together. Futaro encourages Itsuki and Nino to join his tutoring sessions as the midterms approach, but they refuse. Itsuki lends Futaro her phone to talk to her father. Her father states that if any of the quintuplets fail, he will fire Futaro from the tutoring job. At the Nakano apartment, Nino tries to send Futaro home, but Ichika saves him and tells Nino that Futaro promised to stay overnight to tutor them. After the tutoring session, Mika lets Futaro sleep in her room while she sleeps with Ichika. Mika wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom only to sleepwalk back to her room. Are you enjoying the story so far? Great! But before I move further, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like. Done? Well then, let's continue. In the morning, Itsuka, Ichika, and Nino are having breakfast when Futaro wakes up to find a sleeping Miku beside him. He leaves the room only to find Itsuki dressed as Miku. He retreats to Miku's room so the girls won't find out where the real Miku is. When he finally leaves the room, Ichika and Yotsuba invite him to the library to study. Ichika pretends to forget her pencil case and requests Itsuki return to their apartment to retrieve it. Once he arrives at the apartment, he runs into Miku. He tells Miku that he slept in the living room to save them from embarrassment. He finds Itsuki and notices that she's still wearing Miku's headphones, so he decides to address her as Miku so he can apologize and tutor her. On the evening before the midterm exams, Futaro stays another evening to tutor the girls. The quintuplets each pass one exam on a different subject. Nino manages to convince their father to keep Futaro as their tutor. Futaro offers the girls to go out for celebratory parfaits as the day ends. After trying Miku's cooking, Futaro gets sick and she leaves to find some medicine. Futaro and Yotsuba try to convince Nino and Itsuki to stay home to study, but they get angry at them and leave. With Yotsuba and Futaro alone, Yotsuba confesses that she likes Futaro, only to tell him it's a prank right after. Miku, Yotsuba, and Futaro meet in the library and chat about the upcoming camping trip. Ichika gives her contact information to Futaro because she cannot join some tutoring sessions due to her job. She prompts Futaro to get everyone else's number. When he asks for Nino's number, he accidentally leaves his student handbook with her. When Futaro asks for his handbook back, Nino agrees, but on the condition that he would help her pierce her ears. The handbook falls out of her pocket during the session, revealing a photograph of a blonde-haired boy. This prompts Nino to show an old photo of her and her sisters when they all look identical. During school, Miku disguises herself as Ichika to attend a class meeting while the real Ichika goes to work. The meeting is a confession invitation and Miku rejects Ichika's classmate. However, he refuses to accept the invitation, and Futaro has to interrupt them. Miku as Ichika declares that Futaro is her boyfriend to discourage Ichika's classmate. During the school trip, Futaro stays home to look after an ill Reiha. However, when Reiha wakes up, she's fully recovered and the quintuplets arrive to pick Futaro up for the trip. On the road, the group gets stuck in a hotel due to a storm. Unfortunately, the room they got was pretty small, so they all decided to sleep next to Futaro. In the morning, Itsuki catches Ichika leaning over Futaro, but Itsuki can't see which of her sisters wants to kiss Futaro. Finally, the quintuplets and Futaro arrive at the campsite and start socializing with all the other classes. Futaro and Yotsuba dress as ghosts during the test of courage to scare people. When Itsuki and Nino pass by, Itsuki gets too scared and runs in the wrong direction. Itsuki finds Nino, but she doesn't recognize him because of the blonde wig. As they look for a way out, Futaro saves Nino from falling off a cliff. Still not recognizing Futaro, Nino invites him to dance with her at the campfire event. After the test of courage, Futaro tells Ichika to settle things with her classmate. Ichika begins to cry because she genuinely wants to dance with Futaro. Before Futaro could apologize, they get locked inside a warehouse. With Futaro and Ichika stuck in the warehouse, Futaro lights a fire to keep them warm. Ichika reveals that she wants to stop school to pursue a future in acting. Futaro congratulates her on her ambitions for the future. They get into an accident causing a log to activate the anti-thief alarm. Itsuki and Miku find them and demand an explanation. The next day, Futaro, Yotsuba, and Miku go skiing. Futaro crashes into a tree, knocking off the band-aid Nino gave him, and nearly gets caught until Miku drags him into a small igloo. They talk a bit and Miku gets the courage to confront Ichika about something. Miku suggests that she and Ichika should hold Futaro's hands together. Ichika, which is actually Itsuki in disguise, gets stunned by the suggestion but tells Miku to look for her. Unfortunately, Yotsuba finds her first, and she can't get rid of her disguise. When looking for Itsuka, Futaro discovers that Itsuki was disguised as Ichika all along. However, he gets too sick to continue the day. During the big campfire, Miku confesses her feelings for Futaro to Ichika. Meanwhile, Yotsuba and Itsuka find Futaro's book where he wrote down stories to tell Reiha. Despite being sick, he enjoyed the trip. All the girls sneak into his room and hold his hand. In the future, Futaro forgets the wedding ring and calls Reiha to retrieve it. It is revealed that Futaro ends up with one of the Nakano siblings. However, which sister he marries is still unknown. We can't wait to find out who the bride is, but with the girls all looking similar, it's hard to tell which one he marries. Not to mention that all the girls make a good pair for him, and it's hard to choose which girl is a favorite. The anime is fantastic and incredibly heartwarming. The anime is also a series about self-discovery, as each girl will have to find independence from each other. All the girls have their quirks and are incredibly likable. Do you have a favorite quintuplet? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so you never miss out on any new recaps. That's all for today. We'll see you at the next one.